Hey, Shalom, Yashala. I'd like to begin by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rokah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the sincere Akim that push the truth in all due diligence and sincerity. This is Psalms, the 19th chapter. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Yeah, the works and the word of Yahweh. The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh, because he gave the word and everything was made by Yahweh Shai, the Alahayim, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. It's impossible to look at some of the creations and try and then say that there's no God, but that's how some people in this world operate, and that's why they're going to be destroyed, because they put their flesh in man. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Man, all sorts of signs in the sky. In the book of Genesis, it speaks about the different signs in the sky. Sorry, the different ornaments and the signs in the sky that the Lord set up. But you also got to understand there's wicked uses for them, and that's what goes on in this society. People are out here trying to find out what zodiac sign they're at, reading these tarot cards and having these palm readings to find out what their quote unquote destiny is. A lot of these a lot of these men are warlocks, and a lot of these women are witches. Yeah, and ultimately we're out here to let them know their destiny, man, which is death and destruction. There is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard, because nowadays through the technology, you got translators, you got um, heathen in the UK, for example, that understand what we're coming from, where we're coming from, and they're able to break it down to their people. There is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. Brothers are speaking, in Spanish, but brothers can speak French. Some brothers can even speak the language of the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, because ultimately the Lord has gathered and is continuing to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth, man. And when the Lord, man, when the Heavenly Father makes that move, man, and uses Yahweh Shai to bring judgment and ultimately the elect, you gotta understand Esau Edom is gonna be nothing. Their line has gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, meaning that ultimately, man, there is no one upon the face of the planet Earth that will have an excuse to say they did not know. It says, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The Lord knows and sees all, man, through the angels. And when the Heavenly Father comes back with judgment, you better believe it's going to be harsh, severe judgment. His going forth is from the end of heaven, like we read, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord Yahweh is perfect, it's just that we ain't perfect as people, and that's why we fall short. Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise simple. Because a lot of people in the society are going to have that carnal mentality of the education that they had and the backgrounds and the family backgrounds that they come from. But ultimately, the statutes of the Lord Yahweh are right. Rejoicing and the heart, the commandment of the Lord Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. A lot of these people are not pure, man. They can't even come around in the presence of particular men and women, because ultimately they 2/3 of our people, they're not right, man. And it's clear to see the Lord is perfect in comparison to the dross, converting the soul for testimony, for the testimony of the Lord Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord Yahweh are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord Yahweh is pure and light in the eyes. So ultimately, man, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is giving his elect, man. Sorry, the Heavenly Father. Yeah, the Heavenly Father is giving his elect the opportunity to be delivered out here, that 144,000 number, and ultimately, ultimately, a good number of those elected been sealed anyway. And at the end of the day, man, we're men. Like you all understand that. Hey, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord Yahweh, the judgments of the Lord Yahweh are true and righteous altogether, because the Lord is not gonna, number one, give you more than you can deal in this truth. And if you don't deserve it, the Lord's not gonna put you out there for it, because at the end of the day, it comes back on His name, man. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. For showing one-to-one direct support with the men underneath you, even though you ain't have to. Like, ultimately, what you gotta understand is the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will test you, but at the same time, He'll show you some respite if you do what you need to do. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. And sometimes, for example, in the work scenario, the Lord will make sure that you get appointed with people that are going to look after you and work, not stress you out about the day to day, and make sure that you get the opportunity you need to push this truth in the spirit. The fear of the Lord is clean, like I read. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and honeycomb. Man. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward for the elect, who are going to be the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret failures, Yahweh, from secret faults, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. So it says, keep thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Basically, stop me from going off Baba Kashar. Let my sins, not weigh me down. Let them not have dominion over me, even though I'm in this flesh. David was saying, then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. And King David ultimately committed adultery and murder, man, in allowing his servant Bathsheba's wife at the time, husband at the time, sorry, to go out into war and get killed to then claim her. The King David ultimately put her husband on the front line, King David ultimately put her husband on the front line, knowing that he wouldn't be able to survive, and he got cut by the prophet Nathan, man. In a smart and subtle way. But guess what? He committed a sin, man, a sin unto death. But ultimately, the Lord had mercy on David. But he still judged his family. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have the dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. So ultimately, you know, King David was saying about his sins, let them not have dominion over me. Yahweh Shai is going to create a heart of flesh for us, meaning that we're going to be perfectly in tune with the laws of Yahweh Shai, and that's a future prophecy to come. It says, then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. 2/3 of our people are going to take a chip from this man. They're going to literally sell out to his biometric systems. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. But we're not going to take that chip regardless, because ultimately he is the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter, man. And that's just something you can't get down with. It's a non-negotiable. And 2/3 of our people are going to be down with it, man. They're going to do whatever they need to do in order to gain their quote-unquote freedoms. But, hey, man, there ain't nothing free in this society. This place is fucking wicked. And at the end of the day, it's clear to see, man. This is Satan's world, but we're waiting for a kingdom in which dwelleth righteousness, where really and truly, man, the Lord is going to beautify us again. These heathen are going to be back in subjection, man. These heathens are going to be back in subjections where they belong. The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and the God of Israel, Yahweh Shai, his son, are going to rule over us perpetually forever. And out of Jerusalem shall come the law, man, from the true Israelites. Shalom.